Hi guys, Dave here, and today I'm going to show you the first guitar break in the song Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. A little while ago I did the outro guitar solo, which is more of your typical kind of lead rock guitar solo. This one is played very cleanly and it's all played pretty much with double stops. So the whole thing's in the key of D, and the solo is just over a little sequence which is just A over D to G over D. So underneath the solo you just get that sort of thing. Okay, so it starts off, we were going to go back and forth between two double stops. These are on the B and G strings, and I start just by barring across the second fret, and we get this little 3-note pattern. So one on the bar, and then we're going to add 3rd fret on the B, 4th on the G for 1, and then back again to the bar. This part is done palm muted, so just go, and you're going to do that 4 times. I should also mention that this whole thing's done with a triplet rhythm underneath, so a lot of this feels like it's in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Okay, and then the next bar, right, now this is interesting because we come out of playing that pattern that we've done before, and now we're just going to basically play a 2 pattern, yeah, it's hard to describe it, but basically you're just going to do it in 2s. So you're going from the 3 and the 4 that you had before back to the bar. Because you're playing it over a triplet rhythm, it starts at a different point of the beat each time. When you hear the slowed down version, you'll get what I mean by that. So it's like, and then you get this little just 2 on the end here. We're on 2nd fret of the E, 3rd of the B, and you play that twice. So you get like that. Now what I should say is, over those 2 bars, they may be just fading the guitar in on the track, but he also might be starting to dig in a little bit more. So he starts off with the palm mute, and then as he gets into the 2nd bar, he starts lifting off the palm mute, so it becomes a little bit more kind of open and freer. So you get this kind of, that sort of idea. I'll do that one more time, get it a bit better. Like that. Okay, that was a bit better. Okay, into the next bar. So we're going to do 2 on the E, 3 on the B again, 2 of those, and then we're just going to play 4 on the G. Then you get a little 8th note rest, so beat 2, 8th note rest, and then we've got the 2nd fret on the B and G again, and then it's open. I don't know if he really meant to do this, but it's definitely on the track. It's slightly quieter than the rest of it. So almost like it's just a result of him taking the bar off. Okay, back onto the bar, do 2 of those, and then back to 3 and 4 on the B and G. Then back to 2 and 3 on the E and B. So you get that bar. Okay, and then we have a similar start to bar 4. So beat 1, again 2 and 3 on the B and E, or E and B, 4 on the G, then 2, 2 on the B and G, and then we get a little kind of ghost open D string. Again, it's quite quiet, so he might just be playing it to kind of keep in time. like that. And then we get this pattern that we had right at the start. So the bar on the 2nd fret again on the B and G, and then 3 and 4 on the B and G, and then back to the bar, and then play that again. So that bar, like that. Okay, so everything up to that point has been basically thirds. Now we're going to play some fourths. Right, watch him do this live. He pretty much starts off with just barring with his index finger, a little 8th note rest, and then we've got 10-10 on the E and B. So the first beat, rest, and then 2 of those. For beat 2, we're going to start with that again, and then slide down to 7, and then play 7. So pick, slide, and then pick again, like that. Then beat 3, we're going to stay on 7, pick and slide to 5, and then re-pick, like that. And then for beat 4, we're going to play 5 again. And then what he does, he hammers on with his 3rd finger up to 7 on those 2 strings. So pick, hammer, and then re-pick on the 7. So the whole bar goes like this. Like that. Okay, next bar. This is probably the trickiest bit because there's a lot of quick shifts to do here. So beat 1, we're just doing 5-5 on the E and B, and then 7-7. Little 8th note rest, and then we're going to go on beat 2. So 2-2 on the B and G, then 3 and 4, then the open D, and again it's quite a kind of a ghost note. Then we go on the E and B strings, we're going to go 5-5, 7-7, then still on the same beat actually, we're on the 3rd part of it. We're going to go back to B and G strings on the bar on the 2nd fret, then 3 and 4 again, and then back up to the bars on the 5th and 7th fret on the E and B. So that sequence So when it's played up to tempo, that's fairly quick, so quite tricky to do. So a good workout for your left hand. Okay, now it gets a little bit simpler. So a little 8th note rest, and then you got 2 and 3 on the E and B, and then the second beat, 2 of those, and then 4 on the G. And then you repeat that again. Okay, and then the next bar. So you get a little 8th note rest, and then those 2 again on the 2 and 3 on the E and the B. Then 4 on the G. Then a little ghost note on the open D, and then back to this shape again. Back to the 4th fret on the G, and then you repeat that again. So that last bar, start that again. Like so. Right, I'll just go over the whole thing really slowly. You will hear a version with the beat underneath it, just to kind of clarify things even more. But here I go. So starting with the palm mute. you go. That's the whole thing. You might notice that whenever I've got those little eighth note rests, I just kind of count the time, and I just put my palm of my picking hand on the strings just to kind of help me with the timing of those rests. I think you'll probably find yourself doing it naturally after a while once you're kind of comfortable with the sequence. Okay guys, that's the entire solo. I hope you have fun with this one, and I will see you for one real soon.